So TPOS is really the framework of the platform that partners are going to jump into, and it's off the back of a lot of work I've done in the past, and it's really breaking down the operating areas of a modern technology partner. Though partners will find there's a lot of different naming conventions in here, they just won't see the simple finance, sales, marketing, tech. It's really compartmentalized based on all the stuff that I've been thinking about and doing with partners around the technology solutions partner concept. The real idea is that partners can actually touch and feel their business in a different way, use this different naming convention, because we're having to transform our approach in our business and that to meet the modern needs of our clients. And so the whole thought process around this is, if we don't call it just sales and break this down to the operating side, that partners will be forced into thinking about things differently and not bringing that baggage of the past that we've all just sort of built over the time that we've been in business. And then we can have a frame of reference that we're going to use to transform our businesses and drive for the future.
Yeah, it's amazing. In fact, more and more I dive in to your knowledge and all the content and what we're creating, you see why all these components need to come together to work and to form what is a modern tech partner, right? And advisory is a great example of that. If you have a move to advisory, yet you need to be, right? That's no longer just these managed services practices that are going to be able to help sustain your business into the future. So we cover all of that. And as we're going to go into some of it today, I'm just going to show you a little bit. So you can see here that through our advanced assessments, you can actually track your progress over time, right? So we've deliberately gone up and down with our assessments with organizational design, people HR, just to demonstrate how the model works. But you can really dive deep into each of these categories, 10 categories, 51 subcategories, and explore meaningful actions to take in your organization. But it's not just text, right? We focus really heavily on guidance, on connecting in the right experts, our trusted network to help. But it's also a rich resource library. Tell us a little bit more about what you're creating there, mate.
So the resource library is off the back of the work that I do with the leading partners down in the region. I don't just sit and have a good chat. I provide a lot of guidance and direction with the leaders inside the business. And one of the components is the operational resources that I create across the operating categories. And what I mean by operational resources are guidelines, processes, calculators, structured methodology on how to operate different areas of our business. And they've all been built because I work with larger partners with cross-functionality in mind. So when you think about our maturity stages that we've got in our TPOS, we've got a 0 to 5 system, where 0 is we're just aware, right up to stage 5, where our leaders are owning their areas, they're driving continual improvement, they're aligned to strategic objectives of the business. A lot of us in the middle are missing those sort of operational processes, whether we're coming from a low maturity base that we're making decisions in our head and we don't have that repeatability, or we've hit a certain size and we're starting to push through that where we've got processes, but the processes aren't right for a scaling business. They might have been right when we were 10, 15 people, but all of a sudden when we've got 30 in different departments, we haven't taken into account the cross-functionality and the roles and responsibilities. That's what all these operational resources are built with in mind by default. So they're more mature and they can be scaled down if we need to, and based on the appropriate size and where we're at in the business.